facing. Please give your, I think, tips and tricks so that all the members can overcome from this. Naveen, sir, over to you.
Okay. Sure, sir. Thank you. So Banbendra sir has excellently covered all the points. So I'll see if I can personalize my response for Kaif. So Kaif, how many days has it been since you joined the MMDC Club 21 days process?
Almost 20 days.
20 days. Okay. So before this 20 days of journey, were you able to speak 2-3 minutes similarly, or was it any lesser?
Sir, honestly, I'm saying at that time,
Yeah.
I, s- I didn't speak a single word. Didn't speak a single word. When I started to speak, then my mind was totally blank, and I was not able to speak a single word, not a single word. But now
Wonderful. Yeah.
I uh, improve, but I think I need more improvement.
Sure. That's
Sorry to interrupt. Sorry to
very good
interrupt, Naveen sir.
attitude. Yeah.
Actually, I only approached him for joining this 3 days challenge
Okay.
and 3 days
Okay.
workshop and even 21 days challenge. And
Yes.
literally, he was talking with me in Hindi, only Hindi. He was not uttering a single
Yeah.
sentence in English. Right now, I think for at least he can just speak for 2 to 3 minutes. But his mind is playing a game.
Yep.
He want to be, he want to learn much more faster. Please give your tips and ideas.
Yeah. Understood. So I asked this question to increase your confidence. 20 days back, you were struggling to speak one sentence of 1 minute. Now, with this practice that you have done for the past 20 days, you're able to speak with for 2 to 3 minutes. That means you're making progress. One mistake what many learners do is they aim for perfection. Perfection is something we might never achieve. We should gradually keep progressing so that you will reach your level of fluency. And now within 20 days, you're able to speak 2-3 minutes. If you want to speak for 5 to 6 minutes, I'm sure if you practice properly using tips that are there in the process and what Manavendra sir has said, within next 10 days, you might be able to speak for 5-6 minutes. And within next 20 days, you might be able to even speak for 10 minutes. Now, you're saying sometimes I do not get words. One observation I have over there is many people try to use too big words, sophisticated words, and that creates complexity, that creates gaps in your speaking, that creates filler words. So since you're still a learner, try to keep your vocabulary simple, because the greatest of the greatest speakers on earth, they all use a very simple words, and they are very simple. If you listen to any of Abdul Kalam's videos, he was the president of this nation, but you'll not find any difficult words. His English is very simple, very plain.
Yes, sir.
Similarly,
Yes, sir.
yep, try to use smaller words only. The 800 words which are shared during the 3-day presentation, try to practice it once every week on Saturday or Sunday. Open that PPT and open that material and read those 800 words. And if you remember, sir has showed us a video of Obama where 85% of words were very simple and we could all understand. So try to keep it simple. And one more thing is, try to do scenario based practice. Few people, they have a situation wherein at school or office they cannot speak that well, but outside at home or with their friends they can speak well. So try to identify one area where you're not able to speak efficiently, or where you're struggling with words, and focus on that area. Do more practice. If you have any friends or family member or a kid in your home with whom you can practice one-on-one, try doing that. Otherwise, do some mental talking in your mind. Have scenario-based conversations. How do I speak at office? How do I speak in the tea shop? How do I speak in a conference room? Like this, gradually you'll see progress, Kai, and we'll again see your progress next Saturday. You should inform us the progress that you have made and the practice that you have done, and we'll discuss it further next week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so
I
much,
would
sir.
like to intervene for CAF. I think CAF requires me over here right now. So, CAF, just tell me something. Are you there, CAF?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So, CAF, you suppose you go to Vellore, okay, for your medical treatment, and then the doctor diagnoses you, and he gives you a medicine, and he sends you home. That you go back home and take this medicine for the next 30 days, okay? And after 5 days, you find that you're having the same problem. What will you do?
then I'm going to hospital again and take this medicine.
Exactly. Exactly. You will go back to the doctor and say, sir, this medicine is not working. And I think Naveen made it very, very clear. This is what we are doing in the support call. We are trying to solve anybody's problem who is not getting the result. That is number one. Number two is that we are having our experts over here, right? And we are also saying that, boss, if you're having any problems, we have experts from across India. So Naveen is an expert. He's a leadership council member. Manbendra is an expert. He has completed the entire process. Amit Kumar Mehta is just one call away. Did you call me? No. So the doctors were always available besides you. Somebody who has done the process, somebody who is ready to help. But are you taking the help? That's the question. So when Hina calls you, when Shreya calls you, when Yamshi calls you, the purpose of that call is that maybe through that connection, if you're not able to get the results, you can get to somebody senior in the system. Maybe Yamshi can connect you to Amit Kumar Mehta. Maybe Yamshi can connect you to Naveen Kanduri. Maybe Yamshi can connect you to Manbendra Chakravarti, and your problem gets solved. The problem is most of us in the system are not utilizing the system in the proper way, the structure in the proper way, the process in the proper way. So my request, my earnest request to everybody is, Saturdays we have purposefully removed the task so that you get ample amount of time, free amount of time, so that you can cross connect with each other and you can just solve each other's problems. And in that way, you can all improve. So maybe this call was not required. The support call question was not required over here. You could have solved it on your own. Naveen is just a WhatsApp away. Naveen, am I right? I think he would be more than happy if somebody calls him. We have started
Yes, sir.
yesterday.
Sure.
Yeah, I know. All the team members over here, all the family, we're not team members, by the way. We say we take pride in calling ourselves family members. And why do we call us family members? Because anybody is available for anybody at any point of time, professionally, to solve your problems. So people are not utilizing the system properly. Use this platform. This platform is to be used in the positive sense to gain and to go ahead in your lives. That is what the system was all made for. So just utilize this particular system in the proper way. That is my earnest request to all of you. I was having one more point, but I'll come back once again later. So I think, Saurav, over to you once again. I think two people have raised their hands for questions.
Sure. Yeah. Moving to, I think, Musuruddin sir. Musuruddin sir, over to you. You can also ask your doubts, sir.
Good evening, sir. My question is, when I speak in English, but my mind is blank and I nervousness, and one sentence I want to speak one sentence, but another sentence is not my mind. Why is this happening, sir? Thank you, sir.
Sir, can you repeat once again the
Yes.
same question?
Okay, so Saurav means I had a conversation with Masharuddin sir today earlier itself. So his problem is the problem he is facing is whenever he is going to speak means his problem is similar to Kaf sir only, but he has a bigger problem. Like whenever he is going to speak, he is completely loss of he is facing completely loss of words, and he is not able to speak. His mind goes totally blank, and also means he has the nervousness. Okay, so I would request our leaders, so what will be your answer to all these means problems and queries? Saurav, over to you.
Yeah, thank you. I think the similar problem CAPS is also facing, but I would request, I think one of our member, Naveen sir, can you just repeat your answer once again so that Mashuruddin sir can implement that tips and ideas for overcoming this fear?
Okay. So I think it's a partially same like Kaif's question, but again, it's a little bit different. I'll be explaining this thing in detail in my tomorrow's presentation or whenever I will be giving it. But Masur, try to deal with it with regards to mindset. Have a mindset that you're sufficient. You're whatever knowledge of English that you have, whatever vocabulary you have, that is good enough. You should strongly believe in this and have this feeling. And yes, there's a lot to learn, but you will learn that eventually. And if there is something that you don't already know, you can figure it out. This is the mentality that you should have. And when you say nervousness or hesitation while speaking, that could happen because of kind of like low self-efficacy or low self-esteem. Try to have small victories and try to start small. If you have a kid in your family, try speaking to this kid. With kids, we would have very nice rapport and we would not have nervousness while speaking and we would not feel shy or hesitation. So eventually, as you speak to a kid, you will grow some confidence within yourself and then use the skills to speak with somebody elder, some fellow learners in this MMDC group or in your college or office, wherever possible in your life. This is one thing you can do. And if there is any specific situation based related thing where you're feeling nervous or some anxiety, try to focus more in that area so that nervousness will also go away eventually. But yeah, all it takes for you is practice, and that too targeted practice. Try to be focused on the problem area and practice more in that area so that you will improve eventually and nervousness will go away. You will come across a confident, fluent speaker. All the best, Masood.
There's one more doubt that I wanted to clear on this particular question. The question is coming repeatedly again and again because it's a problem of expectations versus reality. Okay, so the point is people have an expectation that yes, I will be able to do it in these many days. Now the point is you should not start measuring your results in just 10 days, 15 days. For many of the times we have been telling you multiple number of times this thing over, that don't start measuring your results in 2 days time. Okay, so try to take some time. If you go and join a gym, okay, if you start dieting, do you lose 1 kilo, 2 kilos in 2 days time? It does not happen like that. So even when the results are not visible to you, you have to keep on going to the gym for 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, 40 days, and then you start seeing the results. And once you start seeing the tonality of your muscles, the muscle starts getting toned, then you feel like working even more. And that is what is happening to many of our learners in the system. So initially when they started, they were not able to see the results, but they kept on doing because they had belief in Amit Kumar Mehta or maybe the MMDC process or whatever Saurav said or whatever accountability partner said. So they had the belief and they kept on doing it for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. For the first 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, no results will be visible for many of us. And that is absolutely normal. Now, many people, when they do not see the result, they start getting panicky. They start panicking that I'm not getting result. Everybody is speaking. They start comparing. So do not compare, number one, and do not expect miracles. Miracles do not happen. Lalit used to keep on telling this, that do not expect miracles to happen. We are not here to give you a magic wand and improve your fluency in 1 day, 2 days, 5 days time. No, it will improve only when you have completed your 15-minute process for 21 days. It will not happen if you keep on missing your 15-minute process. Maybe you do it two days in a week and you expect that at the if you're having severe COVID, you are not able to speak for the last 10, 12 years in English, in spoken English, you are having severe English problems. And Amit Mehta has given you a medicine. MMDC process has given you a medicine, and you're not taking that medicine. You're taking it 1 day and then leaving it 5 days. And then you're expecting that MMDC process has not given me results. That will not happen. So the point is, there is a reason why I have asked you to take the medicine. Because 50% or maybe 80% of your solution will come from your own mind. So as Naveen said, 800 words are already there in your mind. A lot of grammar, once upon a time, if you remember all of you, once upon a time, that kind of grammar is already there in your mind. The problem was you have not practiced. And that is why this 15-minute process. So if you keep on doing the 15-minute process for 10 days, 14 days, 21 days, and then you come back to us and tell us, sir, I've not got the results, then we'll be more than happy to solve your queries. Because first thing first, what needs to come is your practice, and then you can get the results. Do not expect miracles over here. That Amit Mehta will touch you or Saurav sir will touch you and then you'll start speaking English. We're not gods over here. It requires practice. And many of the times, for many of you, it would be, say, 10 days time, you'll not see any result. Because you had a deficiency, a severe deficiency of English. Many of you. And a severe deficiency, if you are vitamin D deficient, and if you take 4 medicines, that particular medicine that comes, the sachet which comes, it will not solve your vitamin D deficiency in 1 month. It will take more time. The greater the deficiency you have, the more time it will take. And from body to body, from person to person, from IQ level to IQ level, the deficiency will be different. And that is why your time taken to improve will be different. So do not expect miracles. Keep on having faith in the system and keep on doing the RSLW. And then if you do not get results after 10 days, 14 days, please connect with us. I am just a call away. Naveen is just a call away. Manvendra is just a call away. Shreya ma'am, Hina ma'am, Yamshi, everybody is just a call away. Just a call away. Okay, you don't want to call us, just SMS us, WhatsApp us, sir, I want a call. And if you do not receive a call, then you come back to us that, sir, I had messaged this particular person, this expert, this accountability partner, he did not give me a call. Then we'll try to resolve it in a different way. And that will not happen because my entire family is ready to support you. So I have said 2 to 3 things. Number one, keep your expectations low. Second one, do the RSLW in a regular way. And even after doing RSLW for 7 days, 10 days, if you do not get result, please come back to us. We'll try to find out what's going wrong. What is the problem in your system? Maybe we can cross question you and find out the exact particular method. When you go to a doctor, the doctor gives you a medicine, you're not satisfied with the medicine, you go back to the doctor and the doctor finds out, okay, this is what is happening. He cross questions, finds out, okay, this is what is happening, and gives you an alternative medicine. Let us do that. And maybe in that process, your English deficiency will go away, your English will start improving. Sorry for taking a long time to answer this question, but I think this was very much essential. The question was very important, and I hope the answer is now clear to many of you, most of you. Saurav, over to you.
Yeah, thank you. I hope so that Mashuruddin sir and every learners, whoever facing this issue, they got the wonderful tips. They will be following that. Over to you, Ketan sir. What will be your question to our mentor and even our leaders?
Yeah, good evening all. My question is, whenever I speaking for any topics, I have done lots of grammatical mistakes, and also we can't make a proper sentences, so we can't explain properly. So what is the solution, sir?
Yes, sir. So mainly you're facing difficulties whenever you're, I think you're framing some sentences, and while framing a sentences, sometimes you're doing some grammatical errors also, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I would request, yeah, Partho, please come on the stage and give your answer for this wonderful question.
Thank you, Saurav. So, Ketan sir, the problem which you are facing is the grammar issue. So, first of all, when you joined the process, you were not able to speak. Correct? Means many people all over India, what we see that wherever you go for speaking English, they will learn English. But that's not the scenario. That is a means that process has never given a result. So, grammar is like a cherry on the cake. Okay, but to put that cherry, to put that icing on the cake, you must have the cake first. Correct. So first, what you have to do, first you start speaking. The more you will speak, the more within time, as you can see, our leadership council members, also Manavinder sir and everyone, you can ask their experience. Like yesterday only we initiated a new program, means mentoring the mentees. You can ask them, like when you start speaking more and more, yeah, eventually you are getting those phrases right, you will be getting those sentences right, you are able to means make the choices. You are able to identify the where you are making the mistakes. But for to reach that level, you have to start speaking first. Like you are improving, you are day by day, you are improving at a certain level. But after sometimes when you are fluent enough, you can identify yourself with these processes only, where you are making mistakes, and means how you can use the other alternative ways, means other sentences in place where you are making the mistakes. So first start speaking more and more, and as everyone suggested that processes also tips and tricks, apply those, and eventually you will get that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely.
Thank you, Partho, for giving your answer. Now let us hear from Manibindra sir. Manibindra sir, do you feel that yes, grammar is important for having fluency?
Okay, thank you, Saurabh. Yes, for getting fluency, grammar is not so important, but at a certain level, a very much basic grammar is needed, I think, because without that, we cannot make or frame a simple sentence also. But while learning in the ambience of English, while we are learning in this group, where we are participating, when we are participating in breakout room or our 9:15 meet, or in the mock interview session, there we can listening for 45 minutes or sometime 1 hour and 15 minutes. So that is very important uh, to be present in such an environment where you can listen English, you can read English, you can write English, and you can have a little scope to speak English. So in that case, grammar is not so important, because while you are learning speaking English, only through listening, and especially through listening, and writing and reading is also important. But I think in my opinion, the listening part is most important. The more and more you listen, the more and more you learn, and the more and more you learn to speak. So in that case, grammar is very much less important. The grammar part will automatically improve, and while framing sentences, while learning the phrases, while learning the group of words, learning the expressions, you will be learning the grammar part also automatically. So it will happen along with your spoken part, I think. Thank you, Saurabh.
Thank you, Manibinder sir. I think you explained very wonderfully that yes, grammar is required, but it's like a cherry on the cake. I think already Fasters just told. So please, Ketan sir, just follow those tips and ideas. Definitely, it will be very helpful for you. Okay, Ketan sir.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Now let us move with some other question. I think David sir is asking that how to improve our fluency. I think one second. No. Mehul sir is asking that how we can improve your our pronunciation and vocabulary. Okay, that was a very good question. So over to you, Naveen sir. What will be your answer? How we can improve our pronunciation?
Okay. Here, I would like to quote the author R.K. Narayan. If you have studied in English medium, there's this author R.K. Narayan who has put Indian English on the world stage. Indian authors with regards to English were not that famous on the world stage. And this author is well known for the imaginary village by the name Malgudi Days. If you read his books or watch, there are movies which are made on his books. There's this imaginary village, the Malgudi Days, and whatever happens in this is going to happen in this village, the Malgudi. So he used to promote Indian style of English. Sometimes we Indians try to speak US English or try to speak UK English, but that might not work for us that well because not everybody is going there. Try to have Indian style of English is what he used to say. And when we say increasing pronunciation, sometimes we might not be able to pronounce something correctly. It is still okay. This is something I want to make you guys understand, because earlier this week I think we had a video. We had to prepare a video on the topic beauty pageants, and I guess I am pronouncing it incorrectly, and many other learners also might have pronounced it incorrectly. But still, there is no problem. It's still okay because we are all Indians. Now, to increase pronunciation, one thing you can do is listen more. And as you listen, remember this in mind. Your quality of your practice is more important than quantity. Instead of watching 100 videos one time each, try to watch one video 100 times. Like, pick some material. To begin with, you can watch something like the Harry Potter show, or start reading a kid's storybook. A kid's storybook will help you increase vocabulary, because you asked a question about vocabulary as well. And while watching the video, try to stop between sentences and try to pronounce it. And eventually your pronunciation will increase. Same with vocabulary. With regards to vocabulary, read books a lot. This is something which I have followed. And different authors have different styles. They use different kinds of vocabulary and grammar. And as we read, we will increase our vocabulary as well. And yeah, I think I answered the question to a certain level. Yep. Saurav, you can take over.
Almost you have covered all the tips, sir. Definitely, it will be very helpful for me as well as all the new learners also, because sometimes I also feel very, I mean, that whenever I'm just pronouncing some words, I also face very difficulties. So with following your tips, I can just overcome from that. Okay, let us hear from Shilpa ma'am. What will be your answer for this question?
Sir, once again, repeat the question, sir.
Sure, ma'am. I'm repeating once again. Actually, Mehul sir is asking that, I mean, he is very much, he want to improve his vocabulary and pronunciation. How he can
Yes.
improve?
Actually, in my view, our vocabulary and pronunciation would be increased by our reading, which is in RSLW, no, reading and speaking. While speaking, we know how to pronounce the words, and by listening, how pronunciation of words in Google or something. If we speak in oneself, reading or writing, in writing we can improve the writing skills. In reading, we can improve our pronunciation. So make practice to read every day. You can get the pronunciation, sir. Thank you. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you. Thank you for giving such a good, wonderful answer, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you,
you very
sir.
much, Shilpa ma'am. Now let
Thank
us quickly move to some other new members. I would request Akansha ma'am, please come on the stage, and whatever doubt you are having, you can ask with to our leaders and even our mentor Amit sir. Akansha ma'am, over to you if you are having any doubt. Or else we will be moving to Richa ma'am. Richa ma'am, you can ask your doubt.
So just I want to ask, could our writing improve our fluency also? Means our writing, we are write some article content, so it's improve our fluency or like that fluency skill.
Yes, ma'am. I think this is a very wonderful question. I would request Manivendra sir. Manivendra sir, if you're there, please come on the stage and answer this question, sir.
Sorry, Saurabh. I'm writing in the chat section, so I skipped that question. Please repeat me for once.
Sure. I would request once again, Richa ma'am, please ask your question. Please repeat once again your same question.
Yeah. My question is could writing improve our fluency? Because in our 3 days presentation, Amit Mehta sir just tell in writing also improve our speaking skills, means in fluency. Then I just want to ask
Okay,
writing
okay. I
all.
got your, I got your question. Actually, Maribinder sir, she's asking that what is much more important in RSLW method. In 3 days workshop, sir is telling now that we have to follow RSLW method. So she wants to ask that what is much more important in RSLW method? Reading, speaking, writing, or learning?
Okay, that's a very good question. So in case of RSLW method, all the 4 parts are important, but in my opinion, the most important part is listening. That I have already told that. And for writing and reading, I can say that the reading part will help you to get your fluency as well as your pronunciation, and it will help you to improve your vocabulary also. And for writing, it will help you to make the perfect and correct use of words and the correct spelling of words also. So for that writing, if you have a practice of writing on something, then you will also improve your grammatical part. So that is the grammatical part. Sometimes we neglect it, or we sometimes ignore it in case of spoken English. So if you emphasize on writing, then you can definitely improve your grammatical part. So in that case, these two are also important, but most important thing is listening. The more and more you listen, you will learn more words. You will learn more phrases, learn more expressions, learn more sentences. You can know how to ask a question, how to take apologize, how to mm, give some instructions or give some comments through your listening part. So all the parts are important, but most important part is listening, I think.
Absolutely. I think in RSLW method, all the parts are important. Thank you, Manibinder sir, for answering so well. Now I request Gaurav sir from our Leadership Council member, please come on this stage and answer this question. What do you think in RSLW method, what is much more important?
Actually, everything is important. First, you have to balance all the things. Okay, you have to give 15-20 minutes. So then, what will happen? So everything is important. See, if you writing anything, then what will happen? Whatever you write on the paper, you can write in Excel sheet. Okay, you remember that point. Okay, and when you speaking also the same thing. See, first you have written anything in Excel sheet or paper. Then, if you want to conversation with other person, so the words are very easy to come in your mouth because so already the words store in your brain. Okay, like laptop hard disk is there, it is already saved in your hard disk in your brain. Okay, the main thing every day, if you remember more words, more phrases, then you can combine so many sentences. So phrase is very important according to me. If you learn more phrase, then if you communicate with any, because in MMDC so many persons are there. If like 2 persons are there, they are very in the beginner stage. If they will communicate with each other and they will share the experience. Okay, so and whatever the MMDC part, I love this part because in this part, when you research, when you write, when you prepare a video, when you come into the meeting, other speaker also share. If you do this all things, so I don't think any other tips required. Okay, if you want to improve your level, so you can go for other thing also, like 4% clubs. Okay, so for a beginners, if you're writing and if you prepare a video, come on 9:15 meeting, that is enough. Then you can slowly you can improve yourself. Okay, you want to growth, you want to be a good communicate. When you will speak, so every person will love to listen how you are speaking, how you are talking. So uh, for a beginner, reading and speaking all, you have to make a balance, the first thing. Then slowly you can give more time to speaking like this. This is my point of view regarding this topic.
Thank you, Gaurav. So I think you explained so well that yes, it's very much important in. I think all the parts are very much important in RSL development. Yes, Sushant sir, what will be your question to our leadership council member?
Hello.
Yes, Sushant sir.
Sir, my question is how can I prepare myself for jam sessions?
Wow, that's a very good question and I think very interesting question. So let us hear from Shilpa ma'am. Shilpa ma'am.
So, once question, please, sir.
Yeah, I'm repeating once again. Actually, Shushansa is facing difficulties whenever the jam session is happening. Whenever we are telling that what is your thought by seeing this picture, he's not getting proper sentences or proper words to say. What should he do? How
Yeah.
he can be prepared with the jam session?
Yes, sir. For this, I want to say that even sometimes I'm in the jam session also a little bit I can't observe, but the observation is most important. Why? Because if you observe a picture and tell it on the spot, you improve your fluency. That it will be in the practice. If you observe so many pictures which are in YouTube, like such as stories or pictures which are shared, you just write a summary. If you write a summary on the picture, you'll get more observation is most important. That is my Yes, that is my take on this topic, sir. Especially because of this observation only, we can get the the material of the picture. So do as much as pictures as you can do, and write the summaries also. And if your writing skills are very much improved, your observation is very important and very connective to the picture also. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Shilpa ma'am. Really, it was a great answer. Now,
Thank
I
you,
would
sir.
request Naveen sir. Naveen sir, I think you should just give your way of this answering. I mean, that we would love to listen your answer that how we can be prepared with the jam session. And even one more question I would like to give you.
Yeah.
Actually, one of our member, I think Gaurav sir is asking that whenever he has been assigned as a team leader of his breakout room, then he is not able to make a summary. How he can be prepared with that summary even much more better, so that whenever I just call him on the open stage for sharing his breakout room story, he can just tell all the important and significant points. Yes, sir. Please give this answer.
Okay, I'll answer it one after the other. And to begin with, this was about a question about jam. I think this is the first time we are getting such a question.
Yeah, this
And
this is first time. I think jam session also many members. Even I think one of our member Mangal sir was also asking me. I've
okay,
given a solution for that. He was really worried about whenever Amit sir just assigned him as a breakout room TL. He was really worried. He was feeling very embarrassed whenever he's speaking in front of all public places, in front of our members. Sir. So what should
okay.
they do?
Yeah, we'll answer it. And yeah, with regards to jam, right? This is a situation wherein you're given some topic or shown some picture, and you'll have to immediately start speaking and speak on this topic for 1 minute. To begin with, there are two kind of situations with regards to jam. First thing is we don't know anything about the topic. Second thing is we know a lot about this topic, but 1 minute is not sufficient. So scenario two, where we know about this topic and we have to close within 1 minute, remember that you only have 1 minute, and whatever you want to say, you should say this within just 1 minute. So do a mental planning for a few seconds when when first topic is given or image is shared and your turn to speak comes, and try to speak that much within this 1 minute. Try to cover most important points or bullet points. And yeah, I think that will be good enough for you for this scenario too. And scenario one, where you really don't know anything about the topic, uh, try to give some personal experience over there. So I once had a situation wherein I was in a interview room. HR was being a little bit unconventional. He showed a painting on the wall and asked to speak for 1 minute. For someone, he pointed out at the handbag she was wearing and asked to speak for 1 minute. Sometimes he might just show a pen out of his pocket and ask you to speak for 1 minute. So there's nothing much to speak about a pen in your pocket or bag that you're carrying. But over there, what you can do is try to give some personal thing. When you see a painting, you can say, I guess this is the most beautiful painting in the world. And this might be very expensive. And I guess you love it a lot. So whatever you're saying can be true or cannot be true, but try to connect the dots and speak. And when you say a handbag, this is a red color handbag. I bought it when I went to Goa. This costed me 5,000 rupees. When I first bought it, my father scolded me. When I first showed it to my friends, they all loved it, like this. So I'm not speaking much about the handbag. Whatever I am speaking is something personal to me. So try to speak from the personal touch. One more thing that you can do here is as you do your RSLW practice every day, also try to invest 1 or 2 minutes and in reading some beautiful quotes on the internet. Otherwise, in the group every day, Hina ma'am, Manab sir, and other few people will be sending you from some quotes in images format. Read these quotes and try to remember as many as you can. Human memory is limited, so we cannot obviously remember all, but remember few. When you first see the picture in the Thursday Jam topic, just try to connect whichever quote you can say it out, and people will like you. That's the question about jam tips. Other thing was breakout room. So in the breakout room, we are now organizing it very well. We are having two team leaders. When you first enter into a group, talk to the other team leader and distribute the task. The other team leader should start calling people one after the other. You will be writing notes, or you will be calling people. Other person will be writing notes. And when you are writing your notes, make sure you have a pen and a notebook ready and handy before the meeting begins. Don't search for it when the breakout room is assigned and you are the team leader. Don't start it then. Have it ready from start of the meeting. If you need it, you will use it. Now, you cannot obviously write entire topic that this person has spoke about, and you need not even present everything. We will not have that much time, and we will not remember so much content also. So try to write 2 to 3 points, and that will be sufficient. This you can do for the 8 members, 10 members, as many members are there in the group. And when you come to the main room, back from the breakout room, whoever has written the summary, they can first say XYZ person has handled the room. I have taken notes. You can call out each person's name and say 1 or 2 points that they have given. And yeah, maybe you can say this person was speaking the best. This person did not get the opportunity, so that the person who spoke the best gets that recognition in the main room also. Person who did not get opportunity, if feasible, they will get opportunity to speak in the main room and get their practice for the day. I think this is something you can do to manage breakout rooms while you're the leader.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Naveen sir, for elaborating and explaining the answers so well and clearing our participants' doubt. So I want to make an announcement, as we have already spent more than 50 minutes in today's meet. We are going to wind up this meet in next 3 minutes by 10:15. I would like to request each and everyone to come up with your questions, all the queries, what you have first, and our leaders are going to clear that. And after that, we are going to hand over the mic to Yamshi for the vote of thanks. So MMDC Queens, also ma'am, Zainab ma'am, Sukanya ma'am, everyone, if you have any questions, you can come up on the stage and you can ask those questions.
I think Partho Tanima ma'am were asking some questions. Actually, she wants to ask that apart from this MMDC process, what she can do extra to achieve her fluency well in her life. I would request Manipendra sir.
No.
I would request Manipendra sir, please come on this stage. What you have done extra thing to achieve your fluency, sir. Please share with all the members, sir.
Yes, there are a lot of things to do apart from the core activities, and but everything falls under this RSLW method. Nothing RSLW. So we can use some other tools, or we can use some other process if we can improve in if we can improve our fluency and develop our communication skills within less time. So for that, I would suggest that you can read newspaper, or you may read English books, any kind of books that you love to read, but that should be written in English. And if you can in that case, you can read some Indian writer like Chetan Bhagat, Arvind Adiga, etc. They have written very good novels, and you can easily understand their way of writing, how they have written in simple and lucid language. So apart from reading newspaper and books, you can also listen to YouTube videos. There are many good Indian speaker, uh, as for example, Dr. Vivek Modi, Alina Rais, and many more good content creators over there. So they are creating good contents on especially on English learning, how to improve communication skills, how to get fluent, how to get your desired fluency, etc., and also some motivational topics. So you can watch those videos, which will give you confidence, as well as which will those will help you to improve your English, because you will be listening so many beautiful phrases, so many beautiful terms, or appropriate words that they are using. So these two are very good process, I think, that is reading books or newspapers, and watching or listening to YouTube videos. And another is watching movies and web series, switching on the subtitles, and from there you can learn very nice phrases. Some days before, I post some beautiful expressions, some nice expressions that I have collected from English movies subtitles. So these are the processes you can use to improve your fluency in a very fast way.
Thank you, Manavendra sir. Very well answered. And Naveen sir also posted the same things. Means how you should start practicing, means you should start reading the books. And at the beginning, read whatever you get your hands on. And after some time, you will be getting a niche. You will be getting in touch with those books. Like you will find your niche, like what type of content excites you, and you feel more interesting. So at first, start reading the books. That's a very good suggestion. Like I would also suggest a few. You should read the Indian authors also. To start with, you can read APJ Abdul Kalam's books also. That enlightens your mind very well. So now I would like to request Yamshi ma'am to come up on stage and give the vote of thanks and conclude today's meet.
Thank you, sir, for giving me this chance to give vote of thanks. First, I would like to say that today we don't give any task, but instead of this, Saturday is very important to all, because today we can clear our all doubts, whatever we have. So thank you everyone for joining our important class. Today our learners have raised some very important questions and doubts, like how we can improve our pronunciation, grammar is important or not to get fluency, is writing improve our speaking skills, and many questions asked by our learners. So verily it's very important to solve each and every person's doubt for improving and growing. And I personally want to thank our mentor Amit sir and our leaders as well, because they have given fabulous advice to all learners. Every single word was valuable for us. So thank you again. At last, I want to say to all the learners that don't panic, be patient. You will surely be a good English communicator soon. Just do practice every day and give your 100% here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Yamsi. Thank you for your amazing words. So thank you, everyone. See you again tomorrow. Till then, take care. Be safe. Good night.
Good night, sir.